Hi guys, Happy New Year. I'm Loren and this is Intentional Acting, and this is your Between the Scenes acting tip. This is our first one of 2017, and we're working on what is the experience of the scene, question number 3. So if this is your first video, you're going to want to click on the link below, the9questions.com, and download the 9 questions, or check out some of the previous videos so you understand how it all fits into the whole picture, okay? So question number 3, what is the experience about? There's 2 parts, the external and the internal. So this video we're going to focus on the external, and then the next video will be the internal, so make sure you stay tuned and check out the second one, okay? So what is the experience of the scene? Like, what does that mean? A lot of people ask me, well, what's the experience of riding on a roller coaster? Felt it, didn't you? Right there in that split second, there was a whole lot of stuff, right? And I bet if you go deep enough, you're going to notice that all 5 senses are alive and awake, right? Right there in that moment. And that's what creates the experience. So let's go through that. What's the experience of riding on a roller coaster? So for me, what do I touch or feel in the physical sense? What do I feel in the physical sense? It's the metal seat that I'm sitting in. It's the metal bar coming against me, even that plastic around the metal bar. What do I see? I see the tracks of the roller coaster, and for some reason, I always can see the carnival below, like it was way up, and I see the carnival and the grass below. What do I hear? I hear the other people who have gone before me on the roller coaster, and they're screaming, and I hear that click, 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 and the people next to me, they're all excited and talking about getting on the roller coaster. What do I smell? So if you just keep going and you allow yourself to sink into that moment, it just becomes more and more vibrant. And even as I'm talking to you, I can feel it, and I'm assuming you're probably experiencing it as well. So what do I smell? I can smell that carnival smell. I can smell that grass. I might even smell kind of that metal on the train, on the track. And what do I taste? And that's probably that Snickers, that fried Snickers thing I wasn't supposed to eat anyway. So when I do that, like even as I'm saying it to you, it's also alive for me. And when you bring that in, if you bring that into your scene, then you're living and you're experiencing it, and so will your audience. And where is that? That's really important right now, because there's so much of film that's done on green screens or CG. And so you walk into a studio, it's practically all green, you're in a studio, and you're supposed to be, let's say Jurassic Park, you're supposed to be in this prehistoric jungle with a big huge dinosaur, and yet you're just in a studio with like 100 crew members, and then they take a tennis ball and put it at the end of a pole, stick it up there and say, that's the dinosaur, action. That's hard acting, okay? And what you got to do is bring in that the external experience, those 5 senses. And so you look up there and you look at that ball, but instead what you're doing is using that great imagination you have, and you see that dinosaur's face and that head, and then like even as I say that to myself, I see it. And I see that, I think it's a T-Rex that I see, and it's got the teeth, and then that mouth and those eyes, and then I can see the big, all the trees and the jungle around him. And then what do I like the touch? What do I feel? Like I feel the heat, and I can feel that dinosaur breath. I can feel their breath on me, and I can hear them like, and the pounding of those big huge feet all over. And then I can smell that breath, I can smell the jungle, and just as I'm saying it to you, it more and more comes to life. And even the taste, like then when you smell something, the taste comes alive too. And so all of that just comes to life, and I can live it and feel it. And so then if I had to see a dinosaur and scream, it's so much easier because it's real to me. And if it's real to me, it's going to go right through that camera and be real to my audience as well. So try it. Bring in your 5 senses, try creating the experience of the scene, and then leave a comment below and let us know how it works for you. Happy New Year!